Good morning, Ad Hoc. It's time for my last walk and talk of the Wellness Challenge. If you've enjoyed these videos, please let me know, and I might do some more with more talking and less walking. uh, if uh, if you've gotten anything out of it, feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I might put more up on there in the future. Might rename the playlist from Walk and Talks to just videos that I do. I don't know. I'll come up with a title for it eventually. At any rate, I was going to spend today talking about the miter saw, but my miter saw is entirely too large to try and carry around, so I'm not going to do that. And I figured just watching me walk for 10 minutes while I talk and have video overlays of me using the miter saw would not be very exciting, so I decided not to do that. But if you are interested in learning more about miter saws and how I use mine to make things, let me know somewhere on Slack or on YouTube comments, and I will make a video about that in the future. But so for today, what I'm going to talk about instead is how to use a magnetic stud finder. Magnetic stud finders are really useful. They don't require any batteries. They just have two really powerful magnets built into them, and that is how you use the magnetic stud finder. And I'll post some pictures of a recent project that I did to hang my light therapy lamp in my office. So those pictures will show up on the video as I talk. The first thing you do is you take the back of the magnetic stud finder, the yellow side on mine, and you just stick it along the wall, and then you go back and forth along the wall until it sticks to something. Now, what it should stick to is a drywall nail or a drywall screw, depending on if your contractor used nails or screws to affix your drywall to the frame of your walls. And the idea is that in order to hang drywall, you have to screw into a stud. Because that's the only thing strong enough to keep the drywall from falling down. So once you find it sticking to something, then go up and down in a straight line to verify that there are more screws or nails in the wall in that straight line. Once you've verified that you have something in a straight line, to verify that you have multiple studs, not just a patch, because sometimes they'll patch drywall and put just one screw above and one screw below. Once you've verified that you have a straight line of nails or screws, then the next thing you do is you get out your pencil and you mark where those screw points are. And you want to always mark at least 2 points, because that's how you get a straight line, is to figure out where the 2 points are. And you'll see in the pictures, I used the marking method that I taught you in the measuring and marking video of using a V or an arrow instead of a single dot or a line and a cross mark, because the V is easier to make while you have the stud finder tool in place, as well as being a little bit more precise of exactly where the point is that you're trying to make a point to. Once you've done that, then you can take a level. I have a really big level that I like to use for making straight lines, and there's a picture on the screen now of it, and you line it up with your marks, and in the picture you can see I lined up the shadow. You can line up the actual tool or the shadow, whatever is easier for you. And then you figure out where the height is that you want to put in your new screw. And then you make a mark there. And then once you do that, you're ready to screw in your new screw. You want to make sure that you're using something that's probably at least 3/4 of an inch to an inch long, because the drywall itself is going to be about a 1/2 inch thick, give or take. So you want to make sure that you're screwing into the stud, not just screwing into the drywall, especially if you're hanging something heavy. My therapy light is not particularly heavy, so I didn't need anything super strong, but in my office, the drywall is closer to 1/4 of an inch thick, so I've had a lot of problems with just using drywall anchors. So I like to screw straight into studs in my office whenever I can, just to prevent any rip out or tear out. So once it's all done, here's what my therapy lamp looks like. It is crooked that direction on purpose, so that the light hangs lower down into my eyes. Therapy lights are really useful if you suffer from seasonal effectiveness disorder, SAD, which is when the weather changes and there's less light outside. You tend to get a little bit more sad, a little depressed. So therapy lights are really useful for helping combat that. You want it to be more or less at eye level. You don't have to stare directly into the light. That would probably hurt your eyes after a while. But you want it shining towards your eyes. Earbuds falling out. And you want to sit in front of the light for 10 to 15 minutes. If you leave it on longer than that, you risk overactivating your brain, and it can cause overstimulation or hyperness. So you want to try and avoid being in front of it for too long. So yeah, that's how you use a magnetic stud finder to figure out where your studs are and how to hang stuff using studs in drywall. And like I said at the top of the video, this is my last walk and talk for the wellness challenge. If you've enjoyed them, let me know, and I might make some more in the future. Until then, keep walking.